Hey, my name's Gene. I'm a photographer here in Chicago, and today we're going to talk about the PENTAX 645N. I just want to list off a few reasons why I chose this camera. The first reason is it's an automatic system. One of the reasons why that was important to me because for myself, as I was entering shooting film cameras, I didn't have a lot of experience shooting in manual focus, and I knew that that could have been a deterrent for me if I picked up a camera that was solely just manual focusing, that it may not have gotten me excited to photograph. So the second reason why I chose this camera was it shoots in the 6x4.5 format, and although there are different formats for shooting medium format, I like this one because it gives me 16 exposures, unlike maybe 12 or 10. And I really thought that as I enter this world of shooting film photography and medium format specifically, that I wanted to at least start with getting the most amount of exposures possible per roll. And then the third reason is this camera is honestly just really easy to use. I think that for anyone who's coming from shooting digital photography, there's a lot of similarities and overlap with how to use and operate this camera. There are other cameras that are very similar to this form factor. There's the PENTAX version, there's the Mamiya. The reason why I chose this one though is out of those three, it is the smallest one. So as I thought about traveling and use case for this camera, I was very specific and intentional in choosing this one, knowing that it was the smallest package. Again, there are a lot of great cameras, both that shoot in this format and in very different formats, but I really thought that with the price point and just the low entry to get into medium format, that this camera made a lot of sense. With that being said though, there are a few things that I don't necessarily like or enjoy about this camera. So one of the things that I maybe don't enjoy about this camera is that it does require batteries. And so if the batteries die on you, unfortunately, even if you're mid-roll, you can't finish that roll until you swap those batteries out, and it takes AA batteries, which is great because everyone has those at home. But again, if you don't have spare batteries on you, then unfortunately, if those batteries die mid-shoot or mid-roll and you don't have replacement batteries, you would not be able to operate the camera. And the second reason isn't necessarily a huge deterrent for me. With this camera, with the back that you use to load your film, unlike maybe some other systems like the Mamiya 645, you can't actually take that back out mid-roll. Outside of those reasons, I really think that this is a fantastic camera, especially for someone who's looking to dive into medium format film photography. I think that because of the price point, because of the size, because of the ease of use, this is just a great camera to at least start with. And I am curious and I do want to try other cameras. And you know, again, rather than just talking about this camera, I do want to show you some examples of what the images look like out of this camera. And so I do have a shoot that I'm going to show right now. Hopefully those images will give you a better idea of maybe what a camera like this is capable of. Really quickly, I forgot to mention this earlier, but when I actually did that portrait session, I was using a light meter, but I didn't realize at the time that I had it on the incorrect setting, and so I was actually underexposing by quite a bit. I didn't know until I looked at the images afterwards, after they were developed and scanned. And then Mike and Eric helped me troubleshoot why that was happening. We realized when we put two light meters next to each other that my settings were off. So that's the reason why the images came out a little underexposed. But regardless, again, I still wanted to show you guys those photos just because it's a part of the process. Yes.
It's also really cool, even if it's underexposed, that you could still salvage it a little bit.
I just wanted to make sure that I shared this with you guys, that there are mistakes that I'm making as well, and I wanted to be fully transparent on. That's it. Thank you. So today I have a bride that I worked with last year for their wedding celebration, and she'll be the talent or the model for the camera today. So she's helping me take these photos so that I can show you guys these examples, but let me introduce you guys to her.
To Gene's YouTube channel. My name's Mimi, and I'm an Aquarius.
But we hope that you guys enjoy these photos. Good job. That's perfect.
Enjoy the video, give Jean a subscribe, hit that like button, turn your notifications on, and